entertainment. And guess what? We have an artist here with us in the studio. He goes by the name Stan Slim.
Meanwhile, he's not slim. He goes by the name Stanslim, but he's not slim.
Really? Are you saying that he's not slim?
He's not slim. He's fatter than all of us. Yeah.
Okay. So Stanslim, good to have you in the studio.
But he has another name. What's that name?
Alaji Bring. I don't know what he brought. I'm hoping that he brought something for us.
Yes, you're
Let's
welcome.
talk entertainment. So far so good. How's it been for you?
It has been great. First of all, good morning, Nigeria. Good morning. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, you're welcome.
It's been great, though it has not been easy. Currently, apparently, I'm working on I've finished recording my fourth studio album, which is 7-track.
Okay.
And it's dropping on my birthday, 5th of September.
Wow. Is that an invite? Is that an invite?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, that's awesome. Now, before we get talking about what you have done, what you're doing, and all that, I'd like us to look at the entertainment industry. Basically in the let's say in River State, Niger Delta in Nigeria. How are we faring?
No, by and large, they are doing great because we have a lot of them making headlines, likes like Sabinus, likes like Jebo Hustlers, Dandizi, and the list goes on and on. The people from these axes have so many content that needs to be exported. You understand? I just feel we should just have more platforms to make them being seen. And they're really going to go a long way because their content is really off the hook. Yeah.
Okay. It's good to hear. Now let's come down to you, Alaji Bring. I'm used to that. Calling you Alaji Bring. Now, tell us about yourself.
Okay, well, Stanley Odogwu, aka Stanslim, aka music architect, aka Alaji Bring. Yes, I'm the CEO of Mill Music. I'm an architect by profession. I've masters in architecture, and also I hail from Imo State.
Okay.
Most time I rap in Hausa, I rap in Igbo, I rap little in Yoruba too. You understand?
Wow.
Yeah.
So you are through Nigeria, like what they call Wazobia.
Yes.
So that's what
So I'm a singer, I'm a writer, I'm a graphic designer, I'm a video editor, I do scripting, a lot, and the list goes on. Basically, anything I touch turns into gold.
Wow. Busy hand.
Yes. Okay, now let's talk about the album. You said you've recorded your...
Yes, it's ready already.
Okay.
It's 7 tracks. And the title of the album is Alaji Bring the movie. It's an experiment. This fourth album, because my first album was in 2004. I dropped 10 tracks. 2011, 16. 2020, I dropped 22 tracks.
Wow.
People keep saying, why are you putting so much? This one was supposed to be an EP, but I converted it to an album. It's 7 tracks. Okay, I have tracks like Alaji Bring. They're self-produced. I have Amina there. Amina is a pure Hausa song from start to end. It's a classic. It's a love song. I have a peace song about what's happening. I featured Ghost Kid on that. That was produced by Ghost Kid. I have Government Function. I have Arise, talking about Don't Say Your Votes and the rest. I shot the video of that one last Sunday. Should be out. I've done a couple of videos. And I have Happy Birthday. You understand? So that people can actually use their song and all of that for their celebrations. So far so good. Out of the album, I've shot like 4 videos. I'm shooting one tomorrow, which is the Happy Birthday.
Wow.
Then I'll have 2 to go, which is Government Function and Amina.
Okay.
Awesome. You have your hands.
Yeah. Packed with a lot of things.
A lot of things, yeah.
We'll come back to talk to you, but right now, let's just see this music video by Stanslim. It's titled How On A Day. Yeah. So we're asking you guys. How on a day. Let's see it.
Hi, this is a hit. Kai, Stanslim on the beat. K80 voice, Abuja vibes, Lagos voice, Itakwa vibes. How on a day, yeah, you're okay, K80 voice, Abuja Abuja vibes, Lagos voice, Fitakwa vibes. How on a day, how on a day. Yeah, okay. Make it be like that. For national feast to run. I don't show with street yams, we're gonna make it ahead. I did draw from, I see the once. I like tender, did it one for you the once. Now who be that? We want back my flow. When they use I did look tomato the fries, baby. I did draw my line. That's when the clients went down. Plus the robbers with the kiffers now who has rent. They say we're lazy on my house didn't tire about. Now only for this country slave swallow money. Politicians punisher, they deserve some accolade. Now only there we crack one joke for 4 years. So organizer if you like the drop, and then they go on a pipe million last I they collect for sure. It's too dear now, who can press me though? Put your hands for your pocket on the top of my flow. Hey, the voice, Abuja vibes, Lagos voice, Fitakwa vibes. How on a day, how on a day. Yeah, you're okay, Hey, the voice, Abuja vibes, Lagos voice, Fitakwa vibes. How on a day, how on a day. Yeah, you're okay, Lean on me. You know we fresh me die, we did the street. Steve boys never fear, marriage the hungriest. We know if it's fishy man. If you try, I cross you the homie money. Another MC with an MSC. I know they talk, make it sweet, make it ask finer. We too pine, y'all. That them no Russians. That's this mother part-time gets all the pass for chicks. No boss not here. And they pill me die. Otito diriges to shows done they come. People don't start put to make qualify lender. Shout out to all the DJs when they play my song. Alhaji bring the CEO. New music international. Bang, make a hit the chicken and break. My what takes more that I should scratch my throat. Say the voice, Abuja vibes, Lagos voice, Fitakwa vibes. How on a day, how on a day. Yeah, you're okay, Hey, the voice, Abuja vibes, Lagos voice, Fitakwa vibes. How on a day, how on a day. Yeah, you're okay, It's what from more. Style you do good, okay. Stanslim Odogwu. I know my nuts, not tagra nuts. Malani kita, I don't come out. So please don't hate me. One them okay. Get high on my words, cannabis. Cause I'm so.
How
we did, all of us day. And Fitakwa people, how na day. We all day.
Stanslim, now tell us, what was the, what was the concept? What actually
the idea behind it?
Yes.
Okay, basically, we in Nigeria currently we're going through a lot of stuff, really serious situation, and people are trying their best to really cope with all the whole situation. So it's just like recap of what they are going through, despite the fact they are going through. I'm asking them how on are they?
Wow.
How on are they? They see things irrespect. In Nigeria, Nigerians are daring people, despite the fact that we're sometimes in an unfavorable condition. We always strive.
Yeah.
Even though they're pressing us down, we always strive. You understand? You can see people with their happy faces still saying we did, even though we are going through a lot. But we did. Yes.
So indirectly saying against all odds.
Yes.
We
shall
stand, can't
we remain the rose that grew from the concrete.
Wow.
Yes.
Wow, that's beautiful.
Okay, another thing I'd like us to talk about is, making music here.
Okay.
How's it been? What are the challenges? What are the prospects?
Yeah, okay, for me, when I was starting off, it was really difficult because I don't have my own personal studio. Okay, I have to go, you have to pay for session, record if you don't get it. In fact, I started when it was analog. You have to get your bass guitarist, piano, you have to rehearse because it's just one channel. You will record and it goes into the mixer like that. Unlike now that we have FL Studio and the rest of that, you can even back yourself up. Okay. Then you pay backup singers, guitarists, everything. Now with all these sequencing softwares, you can just sequence, you can back, like this album, I backed myself in all the whole song.
Wow.
I did the soprano, the alto, the tenor, I backed them. It's a self-produced album. Yes, some of the tracks was mixed by Vic Piano. Shout out to Vic Piano. And peace song was done by Ghost Kid.
Okay, I have a question that is always on my mind. What are the challenges that young upcoming artists go through?
Okay, I think number one is peer pressure.
Okay.
When I say peer pressure, at times if you want to be a lion, be among the lion.
Wow.
Most times, if you're around the circle that does not encourage you. I can remember when I started, even in my house, they laugh at me. When your immediate household becomes your fan, you're going somewhere. So that one is aside. Then also phones, you want a quality sound, you might not have the money to afford the session. And if you go, most of them growing up, most of them are not working. They go to meet. I wish there is a fund they can access. If the government can create fund they can access, because like for me, most of all these songs, they came to me in the night. I don't have a studio. They would just go off. I just put on a gen, I just climbed and I produced it. Most of my songs come in the night. Okay, if supposing I don't have money, that's how that song would just go. You understand? So that, and also structure, platform. In time memorial, before I came to PH, I was hearing of Kano Reef. Those kind of platforms that will take them to the next platform, like have more cable TVs that will be on, DSTV and
music reality shows.
Yeah, reality shows, you understand? Yeah. Because I bet you, Port Harcourt has a lot of content that is yet untapped. So I think those are and it has to start self-belief. Most times they don't just believe in themselves. Oh, how will I sound? Will I sound whack? How will I sound? And funny enough, you're now within those paper, you now sing, you're like, see voice, see top voice, And if you don't have that conviction that you can do it differently, it becomes a problem.
And there's this impression that all musicians must smoke, for them to have that boldness. I don't know. How true is that?
It's a lie, it's a fallacy. The truth is, growing up when I was in Mina and all of that, my first degree, there are friends that take weed and all of that, you understand, but I've never tested it. Because me on my own, I have my own natural highness, so I don't want to add another thing on it. You understand?
So you're naturally
yes,
high on your own.
Because most times, because this same question you had, somebody asked one time that, how do I face crowd?
Yes.
This is a very strong point you brought up, because there's some artists that can record in the studio, they are free, but they cannot face crowd.
So they take
most times they take those things to
under
help
the
them.
influence.
You understand?
They'll be able to do
so I went through some content, I read some instructors, So when you climb up stage, that's what I've been using and it has been working for me. Just imagine the crowd are having fun at the beach, in their bikinis, having nice time. Just see everybody you're seeing. If you have that pictorial view, and you're looking at it, they're actually sitting with clothes, but you're seeing them with their pajamas, with wine, having fun, cheering you. Once you have that mental picture, that's that. And it works for me. If there are going to be 10 million people here, I will climb and I will fidget.
Okay. That's a good one.
Okay, so tell us now, what message you have for, a young coming artist, what message you have for them?
Okay, what are your dreams? Always believe in yourself. Don't think it will just happen automatically. I started this 90, started recording 2001 professionally. It's beginning to see the daylight. If you keep trying, just keep trying. Don't give up. And you also be open to criticism. When they criticize you, okay, do this like this, do this. Then mentorship. Most now, if you, in the society, even apart from the music, people don't want mentorship anymore. They just feel they can do it their way. It's not like that. You have to take case studies from people that have been there before. Like in my course, architecture, if you want to do design of a building, you have to take 2 foreign case studies at least to look at case study. So you now come out with your own conceptual analysis. So they should have role models internationally, locally. They want to sound like, and they should also know the rudiments of music. Not just you start singing. Know what is music first of all. Why do you want to do music? Know your staff, know the clef, know all of that. Know your do re mi fa, know your tonic soffers. Then develop your tonal center and know your vocal cord range as much as possible.
Wow. Awesome there, coming from Stanslim. I want to say thank you so much for coming on our Garden City Room.
And also, if you, let me just give out my social media handle. Okay, if you want to follow me on Instagram, I am Stanslim Odogwu. My YouTube is Stanslim. Twitter, Stanslim1 figure. TikTok, Stanslim Odogwu. Then, to make it easy, just Google Stanslim. I'm all over the web like Spider-Man.
Okay, Spider-Man. Thank you
flying everywhere.
Thank you so much for coming on Garden City. Wonderful. Well, the show is not over yet. We have this comedic skits coming from Okus. And after that, we'll be talking how to manage the stress during the Ember month. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
All right.